All right, hello everyone, it is silverkyle, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the latest Iron Man omnibus that came out this month in December 2019, which is called The Mask in the Iron Man, which is such a trippy line. Like, I want to say The Man in the Iron Mask. The switch of those two words because that's an actual novel. Anyway, I had to do this 3 times to get that right. So let's go on with this overview here. I really like this art right here, Iron Man. It's surprising that Iron Man wasn't really that much of a popular character until the movie with Robert Downey Jr., who just escalated this character so much, because there are times when Iron Man just looks absolutely fantastic in his suit. Like, that just looks, I don't know. I don't understand how he's not that as popular. Although, then again, there are times where I've seen him and he doesn't look as epic when he doesn't have as much of his armor on. I find that he doesn't look, I don't know, there's just something weird about him. Like when he looks very slim in his armor and he doesn't have like a ton of like stuff on the shoulder pads and stuff. I don't like it as much. I also don't like it when you can see his eyes. Can you see his eyes? No, you can't see his eyes there. Like, he should always have like basically sunglasses on or whatever the heck it is. The extent of that, where he's looking through a glass instead of, where you can actually see his eyes in there like slits, like Batman. It does not work for Iron Man for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm ranting about that, but let's take a look at this book. It is relatively small. It collects Iron Man from the reboot of 1998 after Heroes Return or Reborn. Yeah, after that. So it's Iron Man once again back in the Earth 616 universe. So 1.5 and 26 to 49, along with annual 2000 and 2001. And there was an omnibus that released before this. So this is the extension of this. This is essentially volume 2. But they call it something different. So relatively small. Costs $75 in the US, $95 here in Canada. I ended up getting it for $67 from Amazon, so I was very happy with that. All right. Let's pop this baby open. I was kind of disappointed when I saw the size of this omnibus, honestly. Like, that's not very big at all. That's one of the smallest omnibus that I have. It's under 700 pages, I believe, 600 and some. And yeah, but at the same time, it makes it so much easier to read, and it's probably very easy to actually flip through, and the binding is going to be perfect. Hopefully. Ooh, that's cool. So they have a little bit about the book itself here, and then something about the creators. So Joe Quesada, Frank Thierry, Sean Chen, Karen Grant, and Althea E. Martinez. I always like it when they do that. My copy is a little bit bent there, but I might be able to fix that a little bit afterwards by putting some pressure on there. Woo. Let's do the quick stretch that binding. I don't even think I really have to do it for an omnibus this size. Alright, that's probably good enough. Let's take a look without the slipcover, the dust jacket. So that's what she looks like. Pretty cool, other than it being a little bit bent on my copy. That is really cool. So once again, the same art that we had on the front cover. Same for the spine. But the back, I really like that. Okay, let's take a look at the inside. And we'll take a look at the binding too. So everybody that worked on this book, and it gets right into it. I have not read any Iron Man. That's a really cool picture. I like that. So, like, other than him in the Avengers, I've read, I guess, enough stories with him in the Avengers and Civil War and things like that where there's crossovers where he's been in them, but I've never read just solo Iron Man. See, I don't like that. I don't want to see his eyes. I want to see it like that. I don't know why that bothers me. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But it does. As you can see, excuse me, it does lay flat. There's no real gutter loss here at all. This is a well done book. But I think part of it has to do with, well, for one, it's Marvel. And the other thing is that, so they are really good with their binding of books. Excuse me, I seem to have a little bit of a tickle in my throat. Shocker versus Iron Man. Why do I like that so much? Because they essentially have the same colors and, yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's cool. But yeah, number one, the reason why the binding is so good is probably because it is Marvel and because that it's a relatively small book, which is a lot easier on the spines. Let's see what comes up at the end. A few extras. It's always nice to see. Just the pencils, the ink, the color. That's a sweet pick, man. I like that a lot. All right. Good enough. Let's take a look at and look at this. We're on the last few pages, and it's not trying to close. Marvel, you do such a good job with the binding. I love that so much. If only DC can also pay attention. So it is sewn binding. There is an eye, it comes out quite nicely. Look at that. That's you cannot ask for better than that. That is absolutely perfect. Look, that's a spread page. Look at that. That is perfect. Well done, Marvel. Thank you very much for this. So there you have it, the Iron Man Omnibus, the Mask in the Iron Man. Thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in Beardage.